Yeah. Nyash. Nyash is nyashing. Yeah. Hey, breathe in, breathe out. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to Miss Reche YouTube channel, guys.
Thank you.
And in this year, 2024, we will be asking our guests before we start a video why they think their story, why they think it's important to share their story on our channel.
Okay. For me, what I can say, most especially when you're sharing story with people, and I've seen your channel, and I see that you, most of the time, you always share story with white, like interracial couple, right? So for me, I feel like it's good because it kind of helped the world come together.
Sure.
Because we need to be together. We need to be one. We don't have to be like, oh, this is a white and this is a black. We need to live in a world where that it is one.
Yeah.
God created, and when He created, He didn't have to put discrimination. Sure. We should just be one. Yeah. And this is one thing that makes us feel like we are one. Okay. So yeah.
So for me, the same way in the terms of, unity is a big thing in the world. You want to bring about change and positivity in this world. So doing our part the same way to just try to, not necessarily only just with being in marriages or couples, but in general, religion, culture, and all of those things where you find diversity and sometimes people that are clashing. You want to try to bring about a positive change for people to have more understanding for each other. Sure. And from there, we can grow together and have love and joy in our hearts for each other. And then that's how I see the world coming into a better place from where it's at now.
Okay. So now tell us your name, where you come from, and where you are now.
So my name is Jesse, and I'm from USA. I'm from a place, Madison, Wisconsin. It's near the Great Lakes. So I'm from there, and I'm over here now in Kenya, over here in outside of Nairobi, and here with my woman, my wife, and we're just taking it easy here with Miss Richie today, going to be doing some reasoning about Rastafari.
Oh, wow. And tell us your name, where you come from, and where you are now.
Okay, I'm Bravian. I come from Western, and I'm in Nairobi right now currently. Of course, this is my husband, Jesse.
Okay. So, Jesse, please tell us how it was growing up for you in the US.
So for me, I grew up in Wisconsin. Like I said, we have 4 seasons. So you got winter, summer, spring, fall, 3 months each. So you have different types of weather during those times. There's snow for 3 months, and then it's kind of blending into the summer, and then it's blending out of the summer. So 3 months cold, 3 months warm, and then 3 months blending each way.
Okay.
So you get to see something over here you don't see, which are the seasonal changes of trees, where trees change colors. They go from being green to losing. The cold comes, it kills the tree leaves, and they turn like red, yellow, brown, then they fall off, and then the tree leaves are empty. So we see those type of changes in the nature. It's beautiful when you see all around you all these different trees with like colors of orange and purple and yellow and in the leaves all over as the seasons are changing. And it's cold sometimes, but we also have summertime where it feels just like you're in Kenya. It feels good.
And which year were you born? Parents, siblings?
So I'm an only child, and I'm 43, born in 1980. And so I just grew up, making my friends and trying to find my way. Everything, I don't have those competitive issues with brothers and sisters, siblings. So everything is special for me, being an only child. I've got 3 children. I've got 3 boys right now, and life is good, blessed,
And schooling?
Schooling, yep. I went to school in US. I went finished high school. I did some university, a couple years of university.
Which university?
I went to one that's called University of Whitewater, Wisconsin, and another one, University of Madison, Wisconsin, where they have the Wisconsin Badgers collegiate teams, university teams. So I went there. I was studying to be a special education teacher back in like the years 2000, around that time. And but eventually I ended up leaving that to just work for myself and have my own self-employment. So I've been doing my own thing ever since. It's worked out good for me.
Okay. So what do you do?
So me now for a long time, since I've been about 18, I've started to like begin my journey of adulthood, So at that time is where you have to decide if you're going to follow those things that your parents brought you up in, or if you're going to leave them and find your own identity. So I was raised, my mom and my dad, they're people that follow the Bible and read from the Bible, and they taught me to pray and to know the stories. So I grew up in that type of a setting, and then I turned
in a Christian home, yeah?
In a Christian home, yep. So then, when you become an adult, you don't have a Christian home. Now it's your home. So you have to decide what you're going to make it. So then that's when I decided to like really read the Bible for myself and read other religious books, the Quran and everything, and study in history. Even the internet kind of came out around the year 1998, 2000. So since that time, I've had a lot of opportunity to really study, to investigate the origins of religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and origin of cultures, the origin of humanity, and so the origin of languages, And so through those things, I've made an effort to try to like find the truth of the matter. So
what is the truth of the matter?
The truth of the matter is Rastafari, So now, following that theme, so I'm a Rasta man. I'm a Rastafari myself. I started to study and learn from older people teaching me, and then eventually, in time, I opened up. I formed a church.
Okay.
So church is called the Lion of Judah House of Rastafari.
Where is it based?
So the first place that I opened is in Wisconsin, and then also. We have one here in Kenya also, our brethren in Kakamega, Ras Chris.
Yes.
That's another branch that we have.
Yes.
And we have another one opening in Uganda.
Okay.
And so just trying to, and also we got brothers in Jamaica as well, Avalanche.
Yeah.
And we're trying to bring different brothers and sisters together to push our thing,
So that's what you do up to date?
Yep. So I'm the one that's kind of like one of the leaders of that, the elders or...
And that's what you started immediately after school, right?
So that I started to study, but I didn't have the idea to actually go file paperwork and go get the thing legitimized in terms of like official government recognition. Yeah. So I started to come up with that idea over time, doing reasoning with different brothers, and then around the year 2018, 2019 is when I decided I was going to put it on paper and get everything official with the government approval, because one thing about Rastafari is like a lot of different ideas, but it's kind of like independent. It's not always recognized as an organized church or religions. It's kind of unorganized. So in this way, I wanted to bring people together so that the government has more respect for the community.
Sure. Okay, amazing. And come to the lady. Please briefly tell us how it was growing up for you with siblings, parents, school, and general life.
Okay. Sometimes life in Kenya, sometimes for most people, it's not easy. So for me, I grew up in rural land back there in Western. It wasn't that easy growing up as an orphan, no parents. And it was so quite hard. Yep. So the person who used to stay with me was my grandma. And it was really tough for us.
Were you having siblings?
Yeah, we have siblings. I'm the firstborn, and we are 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 girls and 1 boy. Yes.
So how was life?
Life wasn't easy. It was very hard.
So what?
In terms of everything, clothing, fooding, and all that, we really did struggle a lot. But thanks to our grandma, she really made sure that we're okay, and we had the basic needs that we want.
Yeah. And schooling?
Yeah, schooling, it wasn't, it was quite hard. I went to school, primary school, it was okay. After I finished my primary school, I had to stay home for quite some time because I didn't have school fees to go back to school. So I had to stay home for a while. I did some kind of work. I started working at that age. And then from there, I started putting money for myself to go back to school. So I managed to save up some amount. Then I went and joined my high school.
Okay.
I went to high school. It was quite hard also. No school fees, and you want to learn, you want to be in school. It wasn't that really easy for me, but I really tried as much as possible, and I really did my best until I finished my high school. Yeah.
Okay.
And I never proceeded from there.
Okay. And then after schooling?
Yes, after schooling I started hustling. I started working. Yeah.
Where?
Just here around in Nairobi.
So you moved from the village and came to...
I finished my high school here in Nairobi.
Oh, yeah. So your grandma used to live in Nairobi?
No, so I later on came to stay with my auntie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then?
Yeah, so I did my high school, then I jumped it and I started hustling.
Until when?
Until now, because
now you're hustling.
We're still working on building up life and moving forward with life.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So, Jesse, please tell us, when did you meet and how?
We met, it's been about 5 years now, right?
That is 2017.
No. At first we started communicating it was late 2018.
Late 2018.
Right?
I think so, something around there, about 5 years.
Late, around in December, heading to January.
Let's say 2018, December. That.
So we met on the internet, and
which social media or maybe how?
On this one, there's a website they call Afro Introductions. So you can go. There's a lot of corrupt ladies on there, so be very careful. But
It's a dating app, right?
they have an app or even a website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a typical thing, but it's more centered towards, they have African ladies on there too. So if you know what you're looking for and you're not just chasing after slay queens, you can also find decent women too, and like this one.
Yeah. And before we continue, what was your intention to subscribe to that website?
So in that case, I actually heard of that website a long time ago, even about 20, it's been almost, I think, 20 years since they've had that, or 15 years since that website's been up. So I've known about it for some time. And for me, I wanted to just go on there. Sometimes, it's hard to, Facebook, people don't like always getting their inbox full, or TikTok, they don't like getting messages about you're pretty, this and that. So sometimes you have to go to a specific place to meet people. So in that case, for me, I don't want any westernized woman. I don't want any LGBT crazy woman or anything like that. I want a natural African woman like this one.
So
someone that has culture.
For an African Kenyan woman.
Someone that knows herself, that has culture and good manners, and has feminine qualities, cooking, cleaning, taking care of family and house, not arguing and swearing and talking back and all those things. So you'll find, if you know what you're doing, you can find those things more in Africa than in the West. So that's why you'll find a lot of people coming from other countries to over here looking for ladies, because people are sick of those ladies in the West. They like to argue and fight and swear, doing drugs and too many other things that are like lack of self-respect.
Yeah. And before joining that app, how was your dating life?
So before that app, I've had, I have 3 children. So I have 1 child with Brevian. And I have 2 other children.
Back in the US.
So one of my children is in the US. He's 20 years old.
20 years old.
Yep. And then I have another boy. He's also in the US now. His mother is Kenyan.
Oh,
but she's very corrupt. She's one of those ladies that you have to watch out for.
It's your child, or it's your wife or your child?
So I have a child with her, but she's she like has a bad intention about marriage more. She's like seeking to become Americanized, you know. So with her, you know, things are not sweet with her.
Yeah.
So, and then also with my son's first mother, she's a Black American, but she also has some things, corruption that caused us to separate. You know, a lot of ladies in the U.S. they love, they don't have that humility.
Yeah.
They like drugs, alcohol, and many things, which is not anything I want. You know.
Okay. What was your intention, you know, subscribing to that website?
Something funny with me. In fact, even I didn't know how to open or work with it. But there is this one friend of mine. She was like, you look so nice. You can go to this kind of a website.
Yeah.
You can get some good person to take, like, you know, have some good relationship and all that. And then I was like, maybe I don't want to go there because, you know, people have different intentions. And many men on internet, they have the tendency of seeing Black girls on internet, and the first thing they'll be like, they want to see the nude pictures, send us this. So that is one thing that I was being afraid of. I don't want to get someone, then he's like, oh, send me some nude pictures. I want to see such kind of a thing. And then she was like, no, it's not going to happen like that. So she's the one who opened that thing for me.
Yes.
And since she opened it for me, I never went it to like check or do anything. It was just there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then?
So then there's this one time I was like, let me just go through this thing. Then I bumped into someone's step.
Did you meet other guys before meeting him?
No.
Did you meet other girls before meeting her?
I didn't meet any. I just, you know, text messages. You go through different people, talking to them, and you see this person is just asking you for money. This person is talking about nonsense. So then delete, yeah.
And why her now? What made you?
So, you know, I noticed she had a good profile, like a humble write-up on her profile at the time. And then, obviously, she's got nyash. So those are big.
Nyash.
You know, you should know very well what is nyash. So over here, people are talking about nyash. So if you don't know, these ladies have some nice shape, like women. In the US, they're more shaped like little boys sometimes. So if you want a woman, you have to come where women are growing, you know? So you have to come those places. So
What attracted you?
So this one, she had a nice shape and she had a nice pretty face on the profile. She had some natural look. She was not just dressed up in makeup and turning around, doing butt poses and twerking and all those things. She just had a respectable demeanor.
Yeah.
So she qualified for somebody that could be a wife material.
Yeah,
you know?
sure. Yeah. And now who texted who?
I think maybe I sent interest and sent a message just reaching out like, hello, I'm Jesse. You want to talk sometime? Link me on WhatsApp, you know?
And what was your response?
It took me some time to respond back, but later on, I did text him. I did text him on WhatsApp. So
he shared his number
with me.
Yes.
Yeah, I texted him on WhatsApp. And then, for me, I like to interact the way, like, reading someone is through our interaction. So the way he was talking to me, I felt like this person is so mature.
There's a vibe, you know?
Leave alone, I wasn't even going, like, looking for the vibe, but you're looking for how well this person is mannered as a man. How is he communicating to me? How is he presenting himself? And it turned out he was humble to the ground, and the way he was communicating, it didn't bring some kind of this person is going just to play me out, or it's just after seeing my nakedness then vanish from the thin air. Something funny, he never, not even a single day, be like, oh, send me this kind of.
Yeah.
He was humble and natural.
Okay.
Yeah. And
And then, now you've shared the WhatsApp number. Take us to the next part.
So in time, we just are communicating. And then I was planning to come over to Kenya, as I usually do. I usually come over like twice a year since around 2009 or so.
Oh, so you've been to Kenya before
Yeah, about 25 times. So even before I met Brevian, I was probably in Kenya maybe 15 times at that point. And so, we started to communicate, talking, and just, okay, I'm coming to Kenya sometime in the future, and we'll make plans. So then the first time I came, I actually, I told Brevian that my friend had some paperwork at this place down, I don't know if it was in South Sea or somewhere. And I said, my friend has this paperwork that I need you to go pick up from the mail from him, and he's got it to give you. So if you could go over there and meet him. So I sent her over to allegedly meet my friend over at this place, at this restaurant.
Yes.
But my friend wasn't there. It was actually, I flew into Kenya, and I was waiting for him to come.
But you were telling me it's the friend.
Yeah, so he was communicating to me, and he's like, by that time he had filed some papers here in Kenya, and I was really helping him with it.
Which paperwork are you talking about?
That's for the corruption about
Fraudulent.
with my son's mother.
The fraud.
So she did like marriage fraud. So I had to go file those paperwork to make sure that she has to answer for doing bad mind things,
Yeah, so he was like, oh, I want you to go to this place. I want you to go meet this person. So he has a friend. He's called Geoffrey. Then the friend introduced him to a lawyer. So I was supposed to go meet that lawyer and get some papers from him. Then I was like, I'm not feeling well. I don't think I can be able to come out. Just try, just go. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try and make sure I go there. So I asked for an Uber, I asked for the location, and he sent me. And even nothing couldn't click on my mind that he is the one. Because it didn't even I don't know. Yeah. I didn't even realize that he was traveling. So when I asked for the Uber, I went with one of my friends. So we went to it's a mall here in, is it South B or South C? Not a gateway. I don't know what's the name of that mall. So we went there. So when we were driving in, I looked at him and I told my friend.
Oh, you were with your friend?
Yes. I told my friend, I've seen someone like JC. Then she asked me, did he tell you that he's coming? I was like, no, he didn't tell me that he's coming. Then he's like, maybe it's not him. Then I took another glance and I was like, it's him. Then I looked at him and I'm like, am I really confusing myself?
For me, I was waiting. I was thinking I was going to see her looking for my friend, and I was going to surprise her. But before that could even happen, she had already spotted me from the car. So the next thing, she's coming out the car up to me, and I saw my whole thing was blown.
But nevertheless, I was still surprised.
Yeah.
He came to surprise me, and I was still surprised. I wasn't expecting that. I was so happy to see him in
for the first time now.
Yeah.
And how was the reaction from her seeing you for the first time?
So she was so happy, and she had a friend with her. They were just laughing, and I thought it was so cute, So I think whether we went to go have some food maybe and walked around a bit, or I don't even remember what exactly we did on the first moments, but it was fun, It was an experience to remember in terms of the excitement,
Okay. Did you got what you were expecting?
Yeah, she's everything. She's a sweet girl. You can tell she's a beautiful lady, and she has all those features that you want your woman to have. She's feminine, and she knows how to have good manners, and she was raised properly. So it's something that you don't find women in the U.S. that have those manners, or even that are doing things like cooking, cleaning. Ladies over there, they don't even care about such things, You get a microwave dinner and an argument.
Why do you think they don't do that? Tell us the difference. Because now you've dated an American woman and an African woman. For me and for other people who will be like, who are they, I don't also understand.
So, I'll just say in general, you can see the same people that put you in slavery are not going to be those, generally, they're not going to be those same people with common sense, The same people who are doing colonialism, they're not going to be people with much sense. So you have to look around to find people among those people that have good manners and good sense, and it's like the whole culture is pervading with ignorance, and you see a lot of that reflected in some of the cultural customs and the things you see on the news, like men and ladies and all of those type of corruptions that are pushing into Kenya now. Is too much of that going on over there. So
yeah. Okay.
So
And Brave, did you got what you expected from him?
In fact, the first time I saw him, it's like, this person is even cuter than the way you can see him on camera.
Yeah.
Have you ever received a package and you feel like, yeah, it came in full and I was so happy.
And now after meeting that day, where next?
Okay, after we met, he came, I took him to our house.
Yeah.
So from there,
where you used to live?
Yeah, where I used to live.
Yes.
Yeah, so from there, he was a straightforward person. He was like, I want to meet your family, and we organized on how to go home and meet my family members. And he had good intentions. Immediately, he just went and told my family that I want to marry a girl and I want to have her as a wife, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we were given our blessings.
Okay.
Then we started arranging on the process on how to go about it. And yeah, since then, it's been smooth for us.
And before taking him to your parents, how was your dating life before?
It was very nice. It was good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I must say that it was okay.
Were you dating Kenyan men?
Oh, you were saying before meeting him?
Yeah, before meeting.
Oh, before meeting him. Yeah, I was in a relationship, but it never went well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the person that I was dating left me and went to the ex.
Uh-huh.
So one of my friends was like, do you know, I saw your boyfriend somewhere. I was like, where did you see him? I saw him with a girl. Mm-hmm. So when I asked him, he's like, I didn't have money to take care of you. You're a good woman and I wouldn't want to hurt you. Then I looked at him and I just told him, so you've already hurted me and you're telling me I didn't want to hurt you because of money? Mm-hmm. We still can work on building ourselves. Without your money. We can still look for money and try to make it out. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it. So anyway, eventually I was like, it's okay.
So would you say that's the reason you joined the dating apps website?
I did. I'm not the one who joined.
Oh yeah, it's that friend.
Friend, the one who joined me. He's called Mora.
She's your destiny.
Should we say so?
I know. And now, after 2019 meeting for the first time, you went to the village.
Yeah, we went. I took him home. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why did you decided to take him to the village?
Whenever, okay, as a woman, you have a dream of having your own home, setting up your own family. So even it reached a moment where I was like, the way I was living my life, Grandma was like, when are you getting married? Are you not bringing someone home? Yeah, for marriage. Yeah. So me, I'm someone who was prepared and I knew that one day I'm going to have a family. Yeah. So having him, and since we've been communicating for so long, I saw the right intention. Sure. Imagine before him coming to Kenya, he sent me money to go buy a land.
In the village?
And he hasn't seen me.
Wow. Uh-huh.
So it's like, you need to have something, a property, what do you have? Every bit, every moment, every bit of it, he really wanted to make sure that I'm comfortable and I have everything that I need. So he really worked so hard to make sure that I'm okay. He used to provide each and everything. Oh. As much as I used to go to work, he never asked me, where is your money? What are you doing with your money? Yeah. He provided as a man. So seeing that kind of an intention of a man, you see that this is the right person. Sure. Did I go look further for any other? Yeah, so that is why I took the step of taking him home, getting to know my family and getting to see the person. Yeah.
And you, Jessie, why did you decide to go meet her family?
Because, some of my friends here, they were telling me about cows. Because when you come to Kenya, you learn about cows. The man with the cows is the king, right? So it's like they're telling me, cows this and cows that. And I'm like, what's so big about cows? And they're like, until you have cows, you don't understand. So basically, in Kenya, other places, there's a dowry system, and the dowry system is in place to preserve the women's integrity and to secure a good upbringing and to make sure that the family is also respected. Basically, cows are like a form of dowry that you give the family cows as a dowry payment. So then the cows have a symbolism in the culture. Is like the cow symbolizes that it's going to produce milk and provide for the family. The same way the woman is going to provide for me and my new family. So I started to learn about those customs, and I thought that, it's the best thing to respect the culture and to definitely meet all of the family and the parents, so that it's not just some secret or some strange thing, So I made sure to go about it the right way.
Yeah. And what was the reaction from your friends and family when they realized that now you're dating a Kenyan woman and you're about to marry her?
My family, there was no big reaction, just because my family's just watched me grow, and they've already seen my other son is also from a Kenyan lady, even though the situation didn't work out well. But some people are still apprehensive, just saying, "Oh, you don't think that this is going to happen again," and things like that. So, but for me, life is just about observing and learning, and so for me, I learned from every experience. I learned to refine those things that I tolerate and that I'm willing to accept, and the way in general I see women and the nature of women. So I started to really focus more on achieving a good woman that meets all the qualifications, instead of just hoping that a soft-spoken woman is going to turn into a good woman or something. Just because you have a soft-spoken voice doesn't mean that you have a good mind. So you have to observe somebody and listen to their intentions and their character. And then if you observe correctly, you make a good choice and have a happy life.
And your friends?
My friends, all of my friends are supportive.
Back in the US.
They're all, they all love my styles in life, and they support everything I'm doing. So even my friends are amazed. My wife is beautiful, and people are telling me, "Oh, I want to come to Africa with you sometime, and we gotta go also find a lady over there." So it seems like some people
There's a high demand of Kenyan women.
As long as they're not slave queens, you can get a nice one. But even in general, men want feminine women, and you don't find feminine women in Western culture. You find feminist women. Those are women that are try to rule over you, bossy, and try to take the authority away from the man who is the head of the house.
And now I have a question. Since men want feminine women, are they masculine enough to be men?
Are the men masculine enough? I don't know about the men, but this man is masculine enough. So
you can't be. You cannot be. Just a man wants a feminine woman. You have to be a man enough.
Yeah. So some men, they're not masculine, and they're kind of feminine, or they're not alpha. They're more beta type guys, where they don't really have a good understanding of their self and their role in life to be a man.
Yeah, sure.
So they're not really able to lead their woman anywhere, because they don't even know how to lead themselves. So until
for both gender, yeah.
We have to be wise,
Yeah. Okay. And come to Brave. How was the reaction from your family and friends when you?
At first, when I talked at home and I told them that I'm coming with a visitor.
Your grandma?
Yeah, my grandma and my grandpa.
I thought I was a Chinese, eh? They're telling me a Chinese.
Mostly they didn't expect what I'm bringing home, and I've never taken any man home. He was the first person for me to take him home. So one thing I'll say, they were surprised, and they were not expecting it. At the same time, they were happy.
Yeah.
But someone who was so worried about me was my grandpa. The first thing is "Oh, you found a man. but this man is not a Kenyan. He's he's not someone from Kenya. He's going to take care of you. Now you'll go to another world, or you might happen to go to another world, because with African culture, they believe that when you get married, you go to the husband side. Yeah, they believe so. That is where you're going to set up your foundation in your family. Yeah. So you're like, you're going to another country and no longer be here with us. Like, those are the kind of worries. Are you going to be okay? But thanks to him, he was kind of assuring him that she's going to be fine. She's going to be okay, until he was comfortable about it. But they were happy.
And friends, maybe?
My line of friends is not big, but they were happy as well.
And now, the first time you took him to the village, was it the introduction day or maybe the...
No, it wasn't the introduction day. He was just going there, getting to know like my family, getting to understand where I came from, and getting to know people.
And then after that?
So after that, we came back. Then he came back again. That is when we went for... Yeah, we visited home like almost how many times? 4 times, 5 times? Yeah, we've been going there back and forth.
Okay.
So when he went in 2019, he came back 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, so when he came back, 2020, COVID hit.
Yes.
So he stayed all those time. He stayed here in Kenya. Yeah.
Okay.
All the airplanes stopped. The country shut down like 2 days after I arrived, and then there was no way out because everything was locked down for like 4 months. So my plan was at the time to be here for 2 weeks. I ended up staying about 4 months at the time during COVID, which was a great experience because everybody else is back home and they're worried and they think the world is ending. And I'm over here in Africa having a great time with my woman and I'm not even thinking about anything,
Yeah, where were you living now? Now you started living together, right?
When he came, every time when he comes to Kenya, we stay together. Yeah, because when we started talking and communicating, he had to tell me to find a house of our own. So I looked for a house and that was our home. So every time he comes to our house.
Okay.
Yeah, so even that 2020 was our own place. Yep.
And then during COVID, you spent most of the time.
Yep.
How was it living together,
I like being around him all the time.
And you, how was it living together, for the first time?
Yeah, it's always nice being around pretty ladies. So especially when you're going through a period in your life where you don't have anybody for a while and you're waiting to have a relationship, and then you find somebody. It's nice to be able to actually spend time with them because a lot of our relationship up to that point has just been talking on WhatsApp video and getting to know each other. So it was nice to have more than even just a couple weeks, but to have months together where I'm in Kenya. There's no way out. I'm here. I'm part of Kenya. So you get a real experience,
And now?
And now life is just sweet. It's like natural, things are developing.
I mean, after COVID,
after COVID, I was pregnant.
Oh, you got pregnant?
I got pregnant
COVID.
During COVID. So we stayed with him all through. Then he left when I was now 6 months.
Yes.
He left the United States.
Yes.
Then he came back again the same year when I was almost giving birth. It was our first baby, it was my first baby. And I don't know I didn't know what to expect, how it's going to be. Walking through the journey of pregnancy, I'm going to give birth, how is it going to be? So I was just telling him, I don't want you to come see the baby. I want you to come take me through.
Yeah.
So he was there with me, he held my hand. And I gave birth to our son in January.
2021 now?
Yes, 2021. Gave birth, he was there all through. Running around. Yeah. He's a sweet man. So it went well. Then later on, he stayed with us for some few moments. Then he went back to the United States. Then I asked. Then he came back. That is when now we prepared ourselves on taking the dowry home and preparing for all that.
Okay. Now take us through the process of, paying dowry and then. How was it?
So it's like on that thing, dowry is something you go and you talk to the different elders in the family, whether it's grandpa or different uncles, and then and you get a different. You reason with them about your expectations, and then they also give you some expectations. Like they say, you know, if it's cows, some cultures mostly want cows. Some people want goats. Some people it's like financial or gifts, things like that. But basically, some things that you give back to the family to show them respect for taking care of the woman for all her life and raising her into a decent woman. So you give those things back to show respect to the family. So then I just, after reasoning with them, you know, and reasoning with Brevian about it, then they just say, okay, this is the cows. If you can do anything like these gifts and these cows, and then you find out some type of agreement, and then you got to send your friend to go buy the cows, you know, and then you just start proceeding from there.
Culturally, as he's not supposed to be the one to hand over the dowry.
His parents.
So, yeah, it's kind of the parents or the brothers are the ones who are supposed to do that. So because he's the only son, no brother, the parents were not around.
Why do you blame your parents over?
You know, my parents, I don't know if they're ready to travel right now. My parents are separated. So for one, my mom, she has some different medical issues that she's a little bit nervous about traveling long distances. And then my dad, he's doing business, so, you know.
Yeah. So he has a friend that he has known for so long, quite some time. So now like they're brothers. So he had to talk to the friend, and also the friend guided him through, and he's the one who helped him.
This friend is from the US or
Kakamega.
from Kakamega. Hiya. I have a question. Do you do dowry in the US?
No, really, you only find dowry like in Islamic communities. So mostly, most people don't practice dowry, and you find the result of that is that women are just being like taking many different dating relationships, and they never introduce anybody to the family, and so those men just move on to the next one, and those women don't never get what they're looking for. So it's that whole thing is contributing to the decline of culture in America, because the women, you know, preserving culture is about preserving women and the integrity of women. Because if you don't have that, women are what make culture. When you have good women, the men humble and they behave properly. But when the women are corrupt, the men just run through the women and play with them. So it's not that it can't happen anyway to good women, but in general, culture is defined by the level of quality of women's life. And so, you know, once again, dowry is a big contribution to
so you support
women.
it?
It's good, you know. Without that, I think that women would be being more used and abused, and not really having that respect, you know.
Okay. And then after dowry?
Yep. So after dowry, then we had to continue our life and things.
Dowry in here in Kenya qualifies you to.
It's like part of the cultural marriage, you know. So even the introduction, some people might kind of even define that as like a cultural marriage, or it's like part of it, you know. So
we did our traditional wedding as well.
Later, talk about the planning of traditional wedding and how it was.
You know, everything I was doing it myself, because he wasn't in the country. For him, he was just giving the support. If I asked for anything, he made sure that he's there. If I asked for this, he made sure he's like everything I asked for, he had to provide. So you find that I was doing that here in the country myself, and he was there trying to go run around, tailoring, doing all those things, you know.
Which year now?
It was last year, right? Last year.
23.
Yeah.
At the beginning of 2023.
2023, yeah. So, yep. We worked out so well, and he later on came. He came like today. Tomorrow we're supposed to travel to go to the village. Yeah, it was hectic, but eventually we pulled it through.
So now you're legally married.
Yeah.
And how was the wedding day?
It was nice. It was perfect. It was a happy moment for me.
And what shocked you, Jesse, seeing African marriage and traditional marriage.
You know, the thing that I was most pleased with was, I would say, like seeing Granny. She was so happy, you know, and to see her granddaughter, her baby, getting married, and so she was just overcome with happiness, and that was one of my big memories. Just knowing that you know, she's proud, and the family is proud, and everybody knows that their girl has respect. You know.
Mm-hmm. So have you taken her to the US maybe to meet your family?
You know, that thing is taking a long time. You have to apply for visa.
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing the whole application for the visa.
Okay.
And sometimes that can take 2-3 years before they approve.
Sure.
So in the meantime, I'm just visiting every year a couple times, and we're waiting for it to go through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the plan after marriage now?
Mm-hmm.
To settle? Where are you planning to settle?
So I think we're just going to continue to do business together, and then keep coming back between Kenya, US, and if we ever go any other place, it's just important that at least, like you said, that she could come meet my family, and so we have to take that step to make sure that she at least gets her visa approved, and she comes over, and that we go through those steps. But in terms of like a long term, it's always nice to be in Kenya. It's nice to have money making opportunities in America, but if you're smart, you can make money anywhere. But if you're real smart, you'll come to Kenya with your money and live here.
Yeah. And you, Brave, where are you planning maybe to settle?
Kenya is a very beautiful country, and I love my home country so much. Most of the time I feel comfortable staying here. And even like every time he tells me you're organizing for this and this and this. Okay, one thing I really want to do is meeting my in-laws. The way they shower me with love, the way they talk to me, the way they show support to me. Every time they talk to me, I remember when I was talking to his grandma, my husband's grandmother. So she was so nice. Like the way she was talking to me, communicating to me, wanting us to go there so that she can see us and the great-grandson. Yeah, so I just love the way they give me the support, and I'm yearning. I'm really yearning to see them and to meet them. But I feel so sad that I wouldn't see grandma.
Why?
My grandma passed a couple years, so she got to at least know Brevi and our baby Squeaks. She got to know them just through video calls and things, but we give thanks.
Okay. And now that you have one child, a son, are you planning to add more to it?
Do you want more kids?
Yeah, we're going to have more kids. You know, I make boys. That's what I tell people. I've got 3. So I make those.
So because you have 3 boys, you think you make boys?
It seems to be so. So
this time God is going to challenge you.
You'll find at the end of the day, I make boys. So that's how it goes. And anyway, but it's nothing like I love boys and girls, but I just know anybody can tell you probably if they're a parent, it's challenging probably to have a girl, because you're especially as a man, you know, a woman might a mother can definitely understand her daughter better in terms of raising her daughter, but in terms of a man's perspective, when you're a man, you want a boy, because a boy you only have to worry about one thing, but when you have a girl, you have to worry about many things coming into your one thing. You see?
Why you worry?
Like you know, like if you have a boy, you just got one thing that you gotta tell him, keep that thing in your pants, you know? Well, if you got a girl, it's like you have 10,000 different things you're trying to keep away from your girl. And so
this is why you want only boys.
Trying to keep men away from your girl, so she doesn't get spoiled. So with a boy, you don't have as much worry, because it's like girls who seem to be the ones that spoil in terms of like nobody wants a girl with high mileage, you know? but at the same time...
But it's up to you to teach them how the world is.
Yeah, you can teach them, but at the same time, it's more challenging probably, because you have 10,000 men coming at a woman, you know? you have more people to like tell her to stay away from this one.
But if already you give that child education and you show her the way, there is no way it's going to be hard for you. They will grow with this pain. Yes.
Yeah, I can't argue with it. I know it's true. It's just I think everybody across cultures knows to have a woman is delicate. A woman.
Now, if we keep on giving birth to men, then in the future, women will have to have more than one man. Now it won't be like men having more than.
You see, that's other people's problem, because for me, I make boys, and they can make all the girls they want. So my boys will have lots of girls.
I see why you very delicate with girls. Maybe because you grew up alone, and maybe you've been
as an only child, then parental
never experienced a girl
surrounding.
That's why. But it's easy.
I pray to God to give you a girl child.
Yeah.
God's best.
Yes.
So, Brave, I have a question. What advice do you have for Kenyan women who want to date American men?
Wait a minute. When it comes to saying Kenyan women dating American men, it's not about Kenyan women dating American men. It's about a woman who wants to get married.
Yeah.
It's not about... okay, one thing I can say with our society, our country today, African and all that, most especially let me speak about African. So you find out that the pressure of ladies wanting to get white men is very high.
Why do you think they have that pressure?
I don't know. So maybe sometimes I'll say desperation, or maybe someone think that white men have lots of money. When you go to a white man, I'm going to be rich. So people want just like an instant, getting rich instantly. One thing they forget about these people is that they do work as well. They do struggle to make that money as well. So you find other girls, they just outside here and they're like, oh, I see a white man, I see an opportunity. And maybe then that person also himself doesn't have money.
Yes.
Struggling to get that money. Then later on you go into that kind of a relationship, or you get yourself into that kind of a man, and then your life is destroyed. So finding a man is not just finding a white man. Even a black man can be a good man to you. So when you're trying to find out a spouse, just don't be like, this is the kind of man I want. For me, it wasn't like I need a white man. It wasn't like that. Even having to mingle with JC and having to be in his life, I wasn't expecting to get a white man. People who used to be in my surrounding during those days, they will tell you that. They will tell I wasn't expecting it. But once I interacted with him and I saw that his intentions are clean and pure, that is when I gave it a try. And I was like, okay, let me make this work. So my advice to ladies outside there, the ones who wants to get married, find a man who suits your desires, or find a man who is going to be a husband to you. Not just a man. People go like, you are like, let me say,
have a man.
Yeah, let me just have a man. It doesn't matter. Let me just have a man. That's not how it works. Because this is a companion, this is someone you want to stay with for the rest of your life. This is someone that you want to...
DNA.
Yes. So it's not just like just working out. Then that is when you find that in less than a year, the relationship has failed because they don't know what they want when they get in it.
But I have a question. What should they expect in terms of culture? When you marry an American,
it depends.
What is that culture difference?
It depends. You see, like my husband is when it comes to culture
differences, maybe.
He is an easy person and he knows how to blend in it because he is easy to understand. And there are those that they want to come with their own. It's not easy for them to understand what Africa entails and all that. So what I can say is it depends. I can't tell them that this is how they are, this is how they are. No, I can't give the characteristic of my husband to another girl. Them is for them to find out how they are and how they behave and how they walk, all that.
Yeah. And Jesse, a woman who is dating an American man, what should they expect? Or an American man who wants to date a Kenyan woman or an African woman, what should they expect?
So, let me say, you might be surprised to hear this, but me, I don't believe in interracial relationships. I don't believe in those things. And I don't believe the same way you have tribes and you sometimes like tribes keep to themselves. I also don't support interracial relationships like that because mostly those people are just they're attracted to somebody because they seem exotic, but they seem like this or that. You're supposed to have a spiritual connection, a spiritually yoked together. So in terms of like our relationship, it's not like I view this as an interracial relationship or anything. Me, it's important that if you're a man and you're marrying an African lady, that you should be part of her culture. And you should be like, it doesn't make sense for people from Europe and America to come over here and try to marry African ladies and then whitewash, westernize them. It don't make sense. It's better that you accept African culture and you mix into Africa rather than take your woman and make her whitewashed. So for me, for that reason, I don't support, but I do support equally yoked spiritually people, and that transcends color or race. So for that reason, anybody can come together if they have that good heart and that good mind and that good spiritual connection, but it shouldn't be for interracial reasons like that, you know? Because then oftentimes those things are just done for like excitement and vanity and money, things like that, you know? So what people can expect, I'd say also, you know, in America, what you can expect if you're looking for a American woman, don't expect much. You know, expect problems, headaches, expect a divorce, expect all of those.
Why?
Because in general, those women are not raised with culture. They're not raised with, in general, I'm not saying everybody, but in general, women are raised to be on promiscuous, to be into drug culture, to be into supporting homosexual activity and perverse things like that. So those things can't mix into Africa. So it's better those people keep those things out and leave these African people alone to have a pure life.
If you could make any change or make any law about marriages between Africans and maybe Western world, what would it be?
I would say that if you're marrying African lady, especially, you I would say unless you have that heart of a Rastafari, unless you love Africa, unless you defend Africa and the innocence of Africa, and you can understand the economic, systematic oppression and history of colonialism and all of those things that are pervading in the world that make it so that African Black people are almost like second-class citizens of the world. Unless you have a deep understanding of that and you're that racism, but you know, at the same time, you can't, like me, I don't view myself as white, because me, I know there's no country that's called white, you know, and you're not Black, you're African, but African relates to a culture and different cultures. But in general, I feel like what happened is, you know, all people on the earth trace back to an African woman. That's what science says, that everyone has mitochondrial.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so scientifically, you'll find that all people on the earth, if you trace genetically back, you'll find an African woman at the beginning of people. The maternal DNA. So what it is like other nations of the world came and ended up separating themselves from humanity, from African people, African humanity, and they ended up categorizing themselves as something different, something other. They eventually start to see themselves as white. Which culture is white? There is no white unless you're talking about all of the perversions that come with westernized culture. But other than that, there's no nation where you're like, oh, these are white people, such and such. There's many different countries of so-called white people.
Yeah.
But in general, there's not like a nation or anything. It's just everybody comes from a black woman, and through mixing, people, it's a long story. I don't know if we have time to get into the history of the world.
But about it.
Yeah, the whole history of the world, I don't know if we have time to get into here, but in general, if you study the fact, you'll find that everybody has African DNA. So the only people who don't know or don't realize, they start to categorize themselves as something different. Well, but if you really look into it, everybody is mixed somehow with African, whether it's a different percentage, this or that. So it's only people who lose track of their own identity, then they lose track of their own father and mother and heritage of people before them, and they start to become racist and they separate themselves from the world. So I don't think people should view themselves even as black or white. Those things are like systematic tags that end up causing oppression and division. So people need to recognize there's a human family and it's black. Yeah. The human family is black. And no matter what color you are, you have to recognize that the human family is black. So.
And that's why here in Miss Reche channel, we say one word, one people.
You see?
Blood.
It's one humanity, you see?
We don't have other options.
You see?
I think you will. I need to learn more about that from you. Maybe from separate video.
Okay, feel free.
So before we end the video, maybe you can talk to your wife and maybe give us some sweet words, or maybe what you think you need to tell her.
Okay, baby, I love you. You're so sweet, I can't wait for all these future plans that we have together. We got great plans. So, I just know God will continue to bless everybody that stays humble. So you just keep being humble, Rastafari. And keep pushing out those good positive vibes. Remember, the Rasta man never die. So there's life forever. And also, Rasta man never die. We live forever, There's only life. So we don't believe in death. We don't speak about death. It's only life. And it's not for one people or just African people. It's for all people, because it's a way of humility, and it's a way of understanding your roots, living clean. And anybody that can live clean and have the humility to understand where they come from, they can understand what is Rastafari, and they can have a more successful way of life.
Talk to your husband.
Okay, honey, you know that I love you so much, and I'm so much grateful for everything that you're doing to our family, the way you're protecting our family, the way you're making sure that we're okay, you're making sure that you're safe, the way you fight for us. Even if you're far and there's any problem, you can solve it from far, and you make sure that our serenity is comfortable for us to stay. And we're so happy to have you, and we're so much proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Is brave a Rastafarian, or women are not supposed to be?
So,
An African woman.
She's the African woman, and in terms of like Rastafari, it's me as a man who's supposed to lead our family into our faith and our way of life. So even myself, there's no compulsion in true religion. So even if you're a Muslim, the Quran says there's no compulsion in true religion. So there's nothing like you have to force somebody into believing or knowing something. If you're natural and you live good and clean, the other people will observe your lifestyle, observe what you're saying, and they'll also relate to you, and they'll come around and they'll understand the same thing you overstand, So Brevian was raised as a Christian, so she has all of the same prophecies and all of the same stories about the coming of Christ in her own Bible, and she knows the history of Africa, specifically East Africa, You guys, over here, everybody knows the story of Menelik and the Queen of Sheba in Ethiopia. In the US, people don't have any idea about those stories. And when they hear about it, they usually don't want to know about it, because then it it makes them feel like, oh, African people are not just slaves and monkeys, they actually have a culture that's the good. So then it confuses all those racist people. So you have to look at it and figure out for yourself what's going on. Yeah.
And most of the time in life, I always say, for you to have a good environment to stay in, try as much as possible, carry people the way they are.
Yeah.
If you're a Christian, respect that he's a Christian.
Yeah.
If you're a Muslim, respect that he's a Muslim. According to what you believe in, just stick to it and respect other people.
Sure.
Yeah. And that way you'll find yourself being in a good relationship with your neighbors, with your family, with people. You'll never go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Rastafarian take herbs and those things. Do you do that?
Yeah, bang, we take herb is like a sacrament, like the same way Catholics who drink wine. But herb is something that opens up your consciousness. It's not like alcohol where you get lazy and angry. Herb makes you calm, and it makes you analyze, and it makes you think. And so not only bang, but in general, herb, plants, natural things, fruits, berries, nuts, those are the things that we were commanded we should be eating and using for food. So there's different types of nutrients to bring into your body, to give you reflection and to give you health spiritually, physically, and mentally. So herb is one of those things. And I could recommend other ones too that are very good for you other than just herb. But
would you recommend your son?
Would I recommend my son for herb, to have herb? Yes, but when he's like old enough to understand and to right now, you see when you're a child, it's like there's a saying in the Bible, when you're young, you drink milk, but when you're older, you eat meat. Yeah. So as a child, you don't need to know everything right now. It's not time for you. But when you mature, that's when you'll take herb and you'll start to analyze the world and you'll start to reflect. And then it gives you spiritual meat. But until those time, a child is innocent. So it's like after a point in time, children also become adults and they become somewhat deviant-minded, and then you need to recharge your spirit using what God gave us, which is the earth, and not using pharmaceutical medicines and things like that. You just humble yourself and try to live natural, and you'll find herb is not a big deal. It's just a big deal for those people who don't use it and don't accept it because they don't have knowledge of self.
Yeah. And I know your kids might come along this video, the kids who are in America. Talk to them.
Yeah, so everybody in America just know Rastafari is for everybody. And you can come to Kenya anytime and find a beautiful, humble lady. If you're looking for a real woman, there's many places you can go, not just Kenya. But anywhere in the world, you should be seeking a humble woman, And so I know I tell all the men, get married, try to get a good woman early so that your life starts to grow early rather than waiting, playing around with girls for your 20s and 30s, wasting time, wasting their time, spoiling yourself and spoiling them. Go start your family, go find a good woman, and stop playing around and playing in other men's behinds and all the other things you're doing. Find a woman. There's plenty of beautiful women over here in Yash. So you can get something sweet.
What of your kids who will be, because I know they might come along this video and see their dad on the internet. Would you love them to know about you?
They know everything about dad already. Just know dad is holding it down, and we're going to keep shining. And 2024 is only going to get better and more blessings. So you can just watch for dad to rise up to the top, because the top is where you catch me, And that's where you're going to catch all the stars at the top.
Okay.
So the same way we're going to see, Bevian's going to be at the top. You're going to be at the top, Miss Richie, Anybody who keeps a humble attitude expects God to bless you, because God only blesses those people who are humble.
Yeah. And for the people who will be interested with your story, where can they find you?
So you can find me, number one, I have a Facebook page called Lion of Judah, House of Rastafari. And I also have a YouTube channel that's called Rasta Joint. And then I also have a webpage that I have to reconstruct called rastajoint.org. So all of those places you can link us. And then we have another channel that Brevian also started specifically for family and, teaching about women's issues and children's issues and family issues. So, and the name of that channel is?
Brave Jesus Family.
Brave Jesse's Family. Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you would love us to know? Maybe you've not asked.
So, what else can I tell you? Just know that life is good if you humble yourself.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like arrogance, because there was one thing that has always saying that's always stuck with me since I heard it, which is that you can pray all you want, but the devil never sleeps, and you can fast all you want, but the devil never rests. The only quality which you can be superior to Satan is humility, because Satan has no humility. So if you want to be like God, be humble. That's the only thing.
Good advice. So it was nice hosting you here on Miss Reche YouTube channel, and we're looking forward to make more memories and videos.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you for watching this video. You can watch more videos like this on Miss Reche YouTube channel. Go to YouTube channel and search Miss Reche. Cheers. Peace out.
Bless up. Bless up.
Bye.